Hi, grand rising, everybody. Um, so today is the 24th of August 2026. Last night, I actually went to a planetarium, and it is really nice to have, don't get me wrong, with us trying to learn what the planets are and stuff about the moon. But what really irritated me last night was when I was watching this film, and apparently they're already starting the launch this year in 2026 and next year in 2027. And it just made me aware last night of watching moon this moon stuff, and it makes me think, how can we as the being take over something that is not ours? Something is just meant for the solar system that is actually built on water, apparently the moon, but it's actually toxic, and toxic to humans. But yet they are wanting to launch people out there to put solar light panels on to create and nick moon water, because it's ozone water and stuff like that. But we have machines on planet Earth that actually make that water for us to drink. So my point is, why bother? What is the point of it? There isn't one at all. And it's really irritated me. Actually, with me being elemental, I actually cried, and something inside me just said, no wonder the aliens want us off this planet, because we're the ones that are actually ruining it. And we don't need to. We take from others all the time that that country does not belong to the government. It belongs to the people that are already living there in it. Like the Native Americans, they got took from their country because of land, because of oil, because of money. And it's like, no one actually has the right to do that. There are no laws actually, because everything's actually made up. And it's heartbreaking to see a human race deciding to go on the moon, to recreate, to take from the moon that is not theirs, for no reason at all other to see what's up there. And yet it's this planet that needs sorting out, it's Earth that needs sorting out, because you're going to lose it if you don't. And you have all this technology where you think it's fucking ace. But let me tell you something, it is not for your human body. It's one of the causes actually that makes you sick. Your phone and radiation and stuff like that, pollution, and the more and the more and the more you're going to keep going on about it and moving things faster, like we're an alienated realm, when we're actually not an alienated realm at all. And you're going to make your body suffer because you want to go and see what the moon's doing. And then you're going to make everybody else suffer with all this technology. Of what? What is the purpose? There isn't one. There is no purpose whatsoever to go out to the moon to sue with water. And then at the end of all this operation, as they call it, they want them to create a home for humans to live in and bring Earth up to the moon like with plants and trees and stuff like that, but you can't actually have it outside. It's in a building because you won't be able to cope with the atmosphere that's outside because you will die because the moon is actually toxic. So, what is the point of that? There isn't one. It's just narcissism and people thinking, I don't even know where they get the money from to create rockets, to create. It just feels like there's a lot of bullshit, and there's a lot of bullshit NASA telling us. There's some things that aren't actually real. And even the man of the moon has started to come out and say, I didn't really walk on the moon. It was filmed because you can't actually go out to the moon. You can't actually fly out to it. And it's like, well, is that true? Because now they're on about creating a new launch this year and next year just to try and get deposits and form water. And it's like, when does the human race stop and actually concentrate on themselves to be a better person? Because someone is just going outside themselves to create more bullshit for themselves. And I did actually cry when I saw it because I was just like, as soon as I saw the earth bit on the moon, I then just saw earth go boom and explode. And it was like, obviously that didn't happen in the picture, but it's what I saw. So they're trying to create us not being on this planet anymore. That's sad when this planet is actually pure, and the only reason why it's negative is because humans are. Because someone's carrying negative energy of humans being negative, and then energy exchanging their negativity onto somebody else, and then they're changing that negativity onto somebody else, and then it starts to go onto the plants, it starts to go on your food, it starts to go on the trees. So your land is giving off negative energy because you are. That's how energy exchange works, because everything is about energy on this planet and nothing else. And once you come into that terminology, instead of spirituality, come into the terminology of energy, you will walk a different path. You know a lot of different more things. And it is why I have my name as my business, as I realised yesterday, of embrace it, embrace your inner wellness, because everything is actually on the inside of you. Your negativity starts not on your outside body like we've got taught just to clear the outside. No, it actually all comes inside you. And I realise why my business name is that now, because I'm here to teach people about their inner shit, their inner, and how to, like, I'm still in the process of clearing my inner, and it has been the most hardest work ever, but also more inspirational, more evolvement, more of me coming as how it is that I am today, of myself, who I really am. I'm not this human being. I'm a being that's a whole different dimension. I'm a being that is so light that, and it's so hard for people to digest that you're a light being and not what the spirituality term is. And it's quite frustration, really, when you know all this stuff and people ignore you. Yes, everybody has their own opinions, but if you're not on the same journey, then you're not going to understand it and you're not going to get it. And until you do, until you wake up, and all I can do is post these videos and say, it starts on the inside of you. Your negative energy starts on the inside of you. Clear your inner self. That's what is happening. That's why there's dead food everywhere, especially here in the UK. And we're eating dead food, and guess what that's doing to your inner light, your inner self? It's making it negative and creating a negative charge. So you're going to feel like shit. And I'm still learning the inner stuff with food, of energy. And it's amazing that you cannot actually eat anything unless your land is pure and you eat it and create it. You create that food yourself, where you are on your journey in your light. And it's about your light, not anybody else's light, not what is written in a book about spirituality and there's the dark and the light. There's nothing to do with the dark. Actually does not exist. It's a negative charge that exists, and that negative charge is the one that you actually are supposed to get rid of. And people are splitting themselves up into two halves, but you're not actually two halves. You're a whole one being. You're a whole one light. And I'm a creative of the rainbow light, from the sun, from the consciousness, the higher consciousness of the universe. And it's so hard to explain what it is I do because it's not written in a book. You cannot get a certificate of what it is that I do because I have been given it, but I am actually the creator of it. I created it. That's what we're supposed to be, is ourselves on this planet and our own creator. And it's going to be hard for the future people that come on this planet because they think they're going to have to go out and do all this healing work to heal others. Actually, it's more for yourself. And yet they're still not finding themselves because they're seeing what everybody else is doing, want to people please and take on what somebody else is doing. It's like, no. You need to sit within yourself and find out who you are before you go on anybody else's journey and say, is this really for me? Is this really meant for me to go and do on others, but also to do on myself? Because you can get very lost in the spirituality. Very, very lost. I did. And it's only been the last 3 or 4 years I've brought myself back to me in the last 2 years where my healing journey actually became, and I've been doing this since 2012, 2014, and it's 2026. And I'm at my finishing line because I sat back and worked on myself, listening to my higher self, listening to the higher consciousness of whatever you think God is. It's a higher consciousness that's in us and around us because it's in the trees, it's in the soil, it's in the earth plane, it's in the water, it's in your plants, it's in the food that you grow. And everybody is missing that and what the planet is. And it's scary because you haven't got a clue what will happen in the future if people don't wake up within their own consciousness. Instead of keep going inside of others and thinking, that's what I need to do. I need to work with spirit guides. Spirit guides actually are meant for your journey, and not, I've been told off with mine, not really for others, but your own journey to keep you on it. And most of it is native, with the native of the earth plane. And we're actually all natives. We don't need to look the same skin because we're all native to the planet Earth. That's why everyone can connect to Earth in a way, if you listen and you're connected properly, you will hear the trees talk to you, you'll hear the water talk to you, you'll hear everything around you is a consciousness. And when you get that connected where you can feel, and it's not always great on this planet to feel energy because a lot of it is negative. I'm sick of clearing my body because others keep putting their negative energy on me, and I'm not a sponge no more for those people. You're gonna have to sort it out yourself. Guide you, well, that's about it. So this was a talk today about hello, wake up. There's more things happening on the planet that you don't know about, and I got guided to go to the planetarium, and it was a friend that asked me that I met. We're not really that close, we're not really friends, we've just met through doing a well-being show, then become friends, but then we don't really talk or anything like that, but he just got guided to ask me if I wanted to go. And I'm glad that I went to the planetarium because I actually got to see a piano, a really young guy called Chris playing the piano, who's been on his own life journey and created his own music without a script, without the notes in front of him. And I feel like some of that is channeled spiritually, to be honest, of him higher self that comes out. And he's even changed the way how you can play the piano and actually use the strings at the back, and it was actually amazing. So I'm glad I went to see that, but it did upset me when I got to see what they would like to do to the moon, and that there's stuff happening on the moon that we don't know about, and that's harsh for an elemental to sit there and just think, fuck, it's the humans' fault why we are like this, and why the planet's ruined, and why the aliens are trying to come in to sort it out, sort us out, trying to kill us off because we're the ones that ruin it. And I just sat there, cried. My heart chakra opened like a big, massive balloon and popped. And had a lot of compassion for that, because all I thought was, no wonder the aliens want to get rid of the human race of the planet, because fuck me. I was just like, okay, now I am on a different side. I'm not on a different side, but I have empathy and compassion for them. So, in a nutshell, it was sad to say, if you want to go to the planetarium, it's at Sutton and Ashfield, and you get to see a mini video of what you think could happen. And it's just crazy because you don't need to do that though. Just leave it alone. It's like the government is always taking over people's countries. They even took over, which people don't know about, was I can't even say Afghanistan, all because they have a ruined tower that's actually probably, and it was very negative because I got to hear of that place. But the French and the UK want to keep it up, but yet Afghanistan want to break it down. Why are the UK and the French getting involved with a building that they did not create and it does not belong to them? And then you sit and think, no wonder people don't like us, or no wonder people don't like each other. It's because you're taking, and you're taking way too much to what you fucking need and deserve, and it doesn't even belong to you. It doesn't belong to them, and yet they still want it anyway. And it's like, when is enough enough? When is your ego, your narcissistic, negative energy going to stop? ruining other people's life, but also your home, the planet, your body has come down to sort yourself out so you can live better in a better place. Is your home's your earth. So this is why I started making videos now of if I see anything that's going to happen on this planet, I'm going to create a YouTube video and hope that it gets out there. So yeah. So anyway, that's a video from me about what I did last night on the moon. And I just saw it as a load of bollocks and just thought you are having a laugh with how much you can take, and yet it's not their planet. It's not actually even their realm. And it is so irritating when you just want to slap someone in the face and just say, I don't give consent to that. I don't even give consent to the data centers that they are now wanting to create, and that's why some of the land has gone. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. Take care. Bye.